Mousse right now, and it's low calories. I'm using a sugar-free vanilla pudding with a 2% reduced fat, ultra pasteurized milk, and oops. So yeah, and I should have opened the milk before. So I'm going to be putting the pudding mix into the bowl, and I'll be adding the milk in slowly because that makes sure that the pudding doesn't get lumpy while you're blending it. And I'm going to start with the first cup. I'll also be adding a tub of Cool Whip to this. So here we go with the first cup. And I lost one of my mixer attachments, so I'm using one right now until I can find the other one. That it's all blended in, and it's already thickened up quite a bit, so let's go ahead and add the other cup of milk. So here we go. I'm going to do it nice and slow. Enough, I will go ahead and put the remainder of the milk in and do a little scrape of bowl with my spatula. Coming out good. And I think we can probably put the rest in. There we go. So I'm going to mix this for about another 3 seconds. We'll go ahead and get the pumpkin put in. It will come last. So I just added in my pumpkin. So that's all in, and it came out really easy. If you just open both ends of the can, I do this with refried beans too, because they slide right out the whole thing. You just have to, I just don't want to miss any of that pumpkin because it's so good. Okay, so there we go. There's that. And just grab this and put it here for now. Don't cut. Okay, we're going to mix that up now with the pudding. The pudding's nice and thick, so the pumpkin should blend right in nice with it. That for a sec. So you can blend it up nicely. So I'm just trying to get the pudding that sticks to the bottom of the bowl that doesn't get mixed in. So I'm going to just do a little swirl of it there and make sure that's like it's supposed to be. Give it another little high speed whip. And now I think we're ready for the whip topping, and I'm using the Kroger brand from Ralph's. It's the Lite. I prefer that one over the fat-free because I feel like the fat-free one has weird ingredients that kind of substitute the fat. This one is more just, when I say light, it's maybe got like, you know, a Splenda or some type of artificial sweetener in it, which I prefer over the substitution of weird fat mixtures. So I'm going to go ahead and mix in this whole thing of it. And I don't remember how many calories this is. I just remember I used to make this when I was going to Weight Watchers. In fact, I think that's where I might have heard about this recipe in a Weight Watchers meeting many years ago. And it was like 3 points for a cup. So I don't know. I'll have to do some calculations and see if I can figure that out. When I post this, I'll try to put that in the description. So, and then it's nice to have an extra tub of this Tru-Whip because it tastes good just to put some on the top. So there's a little here on the top. I'm going to make sure that's in. I got that pretty well. Okay, I'll be using that again anyhow. Oops. All right, so here we go again. Mix that up. That'll take a sec. All the whipped cream is on the top, as you can see. So it's going to take a minute. I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to go under here and try to pull the pumpkin and fold it in. But I can't tilt my bowl too much because it's very full and this stuff has not set yet, so it's still a little on the thin side, especially now after adding the Tru-Whip or whipped topping, whatever you want to call it, but I just call it Tru-Whip. I know Tru-Whip is a brand. So I think, let me look at the bottom of this bowl. Yeah, it still needs. Yeah, so I made this pumpkin mousse for a dinner with my friends a few months back, and they didn't even know it was low calorie, but they loved it. And I put it into these little, not little, I put it into one of these, and I did whipped topping, a little whip, like the pudding at the bottom, and then for the mousse at the bottom, whipped topping, pudding, whipped topping, you know, on down the line. I won't be doing that tonight because I'm not going to be having to present this to anyone. I'm just going to keep it in my fridge for my sweet tooth. And as of right now, because the way things are going over here in my part of the country, I probably will be spending Christmas slightly alone. I have to drop off gifts, so I'll probably just be putting those on the front porch, but maybe not completely alone because there are a few people that I'm in contact with that have been very safe and also tested. So anyhow, I don't want to talk about that anymore. So okay, now the last step to this is going to be the pumpkin pie spice, and I recently found it at Dollar Tree, so I was pretty excited about that because I was looking for it before Thanksgiving and I couldn't find it, and I had to buy this liquid kind, and I don't like it. So it's kind of like, you know, an extract, and so it has like this weird kind of alcoholic flavor. But this stuff is super good because it's got like a mixture of, trying to see what's in it, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and allspice. And so this is like a really good mix of spices. You could mix them yourself. Yes, but this makes it a lot easier. So I'm pretty generous with how much I put in. So I would say I'm putting in at least a tablespoon of this. And I'm ready to mix it up. So this is the final step in the process. And it'll be done. So I did a taste test, and I believe I need a little more of the pumpkin pie spice. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do another tablespoon of it, because I think it really needs that much. Okay, maybe not a whole tablespoon. There we go. Okay. Final mix right now. And I know it's going to be good. I can already smell it. It smells good. So this is like, honestly, to me, this is better than pumpkin pie, but I get you purists probably need the pumpkin pie, so I get it. And that's it, and it's time for me to try it, and I'll tell you what it tastes like. That is delish. So let me just clean the top of this up a little bit. So this is what it looks like. It's a very pretty, like, light peach color. Kind of lick this. Don't mind me. All right. It is done. So I'm going to put it in the fridge, and I'm going to let it chill for a while and set, and I'll show you a picture of it in a dessert cup. Right on the edge. Put it on. I'm glad I bought this bowl, because I really needed something like this to be able to close up, because I noticed I didn't have any round bowls like this with lids. So, okay, so that's going into the fridge. It looks really well mixed in there, and I'll let you know.